This is Montagne, the big French man with an even bigger personality. Yeah, it does look like he's overcompensating for something. This massive overcompensation is actually Siege's best gadget in the game. Let me explain. The rock is Monty's only gadget, and it works like any old riot shield, up until the point you drop it to the floor, giving you full protection, making him practically invincible from the front, being able to shrug off cap cans, impact nades, and even C4s without being even the slightest bit phased, making him the best entry operator in the game. And yes, a Frenchman being the world's best entry operator, I do see the irony. But, unlike the Maginot Line, this Frenchman can hold down the site he enters, making Castle rethink his whole existence and why he even bothers to show up. Being the best castle barricade in the game allows Monty to face check rooms, so no more peeking corners like a little bitch as you embrace being the king of the swingers. Getting crap tons of info for your team whilst also making the defenders collectively shit themselves as they deal with an indestructible force of nature who doesn't give a shit about mortal threats such as bullets. Seeing as Monty is a meme pick 9 out of 10 times, being able to play him properly will cause the defending team to return to Monkey, trying to break Monty's shield by unloading hundreds of bullets into it, hoping one just might clip through and send him to the Shadow Realm. But luckily for us Monty users, Ubisoft has the best hit detection in the industry, so this will never ever happen. Sometimes your teammates don't want to vibe, and might scream at you for your low KD, but never fall into this trap since you will swiftly get a one-way trip to the spectator screen if you attempt to swing whilst aiming down sides. Instead, you should find a corner to T-pose in, letting your team deal with the threats as you relay information to them. Since Monty is the ever-present elephant in the room, ignoring him or trying to confront him will both lead to an incoming vibe check from the ever-present ping of death. This is Monty's way of calling in an airstrike to wipe anyone out instantly from the map. Monty truly shines when he's playing an objective. Not only does his smokes and shield allow for easy planting opportunities, but even when he is last alive and protecting the diffuser, he still causes mass amounts of stress for the defending team, as they struggle to split their attention between an architect of death and the diffuser constantly beeping in their ear. Also, his addition of a hard breach gadget means that there is no way to ever stop this force of nature from getting onto site, even if the team's hard breacher meets an unfortunate fate early on. Monty will either create his own door or walk through one of the many present ones into sight, absorbing the barrage of bullets sent his way. But unfortunately, Monty is not entirely unstoppable. His back is always exposed, and just like a baby's soft spot, any pressure to this area ends in total disaster. He is open to cheeky flanks and will play C4s, which when done right will take Monty out of the game, buffing the defender's ego levels tenfold. But that's not Monty's main problem. Oryx's. Oryx challenges Monty in not only thickness, but in every aspect of gameplay. Oryx being able to maneuver around the map unlike anyone else is the perfect operator to flank Monty, and run into him at Mach 3, knocking him over like a little bitch, swiftly taking him out with a flurry of Spaz 12 shots. If you truly wish to be an immovable object, you need to trade in the ancient ways of shield parrying. Being able to shield parry Oryx is instrumental in being a top tier Monty main, since the best way to beat an Oryx is to shame him to the point where he isn't even picked anymore, with the player then returning to Jaeger, with the new solution of just trying to ignore you and take out the rest of your team. But ignoring Monty, as stated earlier, is one of the worst things you can do, since if you turn your back while he's T-posing in the corner, Monty will then unleash the big iron itself, taking you from 100 to 0 before you even had time to react. The big iron itself is Monty's ultimate weapon, but only few hold the power to use it as intended. I am unfortunately not one of those lucky souls, and instead use the P9 like the cuck I am. The P9 is great for those who want as much protection as possible, being able to hit fire at close range with a good chance of taking someone out. But the most effective way for Monty to take anyone out is by swaggering up to them and using the big hunk of Chinese steel on his wrist to give them a good night's sleep. As a Monty user, majority of your kills will be done through this method, as it's the most effective and also the safest. In conclusion, Monty is the operator who gives the middle finger to Siege in all of its rules, turning it from a tactical shooter with pixel angles and well-timed flanks into a stressful clusterfuck of operators trying to stop a big Frenchman from vibing.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing, not the real thing. Now we're gonna show you this picture again, and you tell us if you've seen this guy, understand?
Yeah, uh-huh.